agree wholeheartedly. Like I can't emphasize enough the fact that someone gets to the point to be able to seek me out from all the other people on the planet and access and reach out and either email or book a session with me, that to me is a clear indication from the field itself, from the Akasha, that we're meant to be in resonance together. And it's a very intelligent field. It's not trying to be sarcastic or cynical or create triggers to set people back. Another thing that I'll sometimes do if people are still quite nervous is I just set the intention before we start, even though it's already set, but I do it so that the individual can hear that the information that's coming through is coming through in such a way that the nervous system can metabolize it, it can integrate it, it can work with it. We don't want it to, we want to make sure that the frequencies that are working with us are conscientious of the fact that we're in a human form. And so sometimes the information has to be slowed down or come through different ways so that the nervous system can manage what's coming through. But like I was saying, that the field is very intelligent. And so even saying that is almost just to pacify any worries or doubts that the other person might have, because the field is set up in such a way that it's not trying to blow our fuses. It can
Yes.
feel like it, but that's our own construct of the mind coming in to hijack the experience that we're having and saying that it's not safe. We need to slow it down. It needs to have more breaks, more balance, more time to pause. When in fact, if we stay in the current of what's happening, oftentimes we're fine. It's just the mind telling us that we're not fine.
Yes, and also along the lines you just said, there is maybe 99% chances that on this type of session, your client will be told that he has to change something in or her life, and he might be not willing to do that, and he will push back. And maybe from the beginning is that fear that I will have to change, I will be told that what I'm doing now is not right for me, and I rather not do the session than having that monkey on my shoulder telling me all the time, I have to change, I have to change.
Right. So in a session, I'm continuously reminding people that they're sovereign and that they have free will. And so the field that we're working with isn't a conditional field. That's part of our human nature to see love as being conditional. It's an unconditional conscious experience, which means that whether we agree to honoring the invitations that are coming through in a session or not, this field is so unconditional that it has loved us for a millennial and it will love us for another millennial longer. So whether we make the decision now or 6 lifetimes from now, the love that field has for us doesn't change. It's unwavering. And so it is important because we are still, I believe, undoing the tanglement that we have with outsourcing our authority of our spirituality to others. When someone's coming into a session with me, it's important for me to relay to the individual that I am not an authority over them just because I work with the Akashic records. So I'll share with them what's coming through, but then I'll say, for example, if a contract comes up that maybe is ready to be dissolved, I'll ask permission first. Everything is consensual. So do you want to release this contract or don't you? And if they say no, then we honor that and we move on. And if they say yes, then there's steps that we follow from there so that the person is always feeling as though they are in control in a sense of, or they have free will over what is taking place. And it's so important to continuously remind people of this. Like even personally, the other day, I was having an experience where I was having a challenging time connecting to an ascended master that I wanted to work with. And when I relate to my higher self, I totally see that as an invoking of something within. When I work with the ancient ones, it's an invoking of something within. But for some reason, this particular ascended master, I was externalizing it. And so that's why I was having such a hard time connecting with it, was because I wasn't reminding myself that it is of me, within me, around me. And even after years and years of being aware of the authority and being conscientious of it, there's still always going to be little pockets where it shows up. And we have to the best of our ability, we're working at being able to have our awareness on so that we can see it, catch it, and if we want to, redirect it into another way of reframing it. So for me in that moment, it was like, oh, like reminder, yes, okay, so where inside of me can I feel the archetype of this ascended master, and how can I work with it from there?